He asked Moses, what do you have in your hand? When he called him to be the savior of Egypt, Moses was thinking he amounted to nothing. But God said, what do you have in your hand? That woman, that widow who had a lot of debts, she was a prophet's wife. She came to Elisha, and Elisha asked the same question to her, what do you have? And she said, just a jar of oil. And when the disciples came to Jesus about the people who are hungry, and Jesus asked, what do you have? What do you have? They said, 5 loaves and 2 fishes. So always God has put something in our hands, and we need to be cautious that we don't do things emotionally at a moment and then get into financial hardship. Then we regret for that. So many times today's marketing advertisements that we see, most of them play with the emotions of the viewers, more than addressing their logic or their rational. Most of these advertisements on television, on the different social media platforms, address to trigger the emotions. For example, a dream vacation, that's how they call it. A dream home, that's how they call it. You can't afford to miss this gadget, that's how they call it. And I'm just telling them the ABCs. There are so many other ways they address and try to trigger the emotions of the viewer, so that when the viewer is triggered emotionally, they get into emotional spending, that they don't even think about how much it's going to cost, what are the consequences, how long I'm going to pay, how much is going to be the interest, how much it's going to affect the other things. Sometimes people who have a difficulty even running their lives, like hand to mouth, they're just able to make the ends meet. It's so very tightrope walk kind of a life. They watching someone having an expensive phone, and this young person goes in for one, and it's, I'm not against expensive phones, if that really is your need and you need all that features and security and so on, that's altogether good. But the emotional spending is going to hurt life, hurt relationships in family. So the most important thing is, this is the bottom line. This should be the kind of rule that you receive everything in your life as an answer to prayer. You look at a phone, you desire for it, you start praying for it, then actually just emotionally do something to buy it with, through debt.